Are you mad at me?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Why are you laughing then? If you're mad at me, are you really mad at me?
It's just, okay, first let's talk about why you're asking me that.
I whispered to you before we started.
Uh-huh.
I looked at your jumpsuit, which is a really beautiful jumpsuit.
A denim jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they can see. And I just saw that it was buttoned sort of high, which is not your usual mode. You don't usually button up.
Uh-huh.
And so I privately asked you, do you maybe want to show some more titty? Which I should have said chest.
Uh-huh.
Now, I wasn't thinking that in a sexual way. If I was wearing a button up right now and it was buttoned too high, I would ask you about myself. Oh, wait, I should show more chest, right?
Okay, but that's not even the issue. The issue is like how insane. By the way, I already knew that that's what you was before you asked me. I already knew it was coming because of the way you kept looking at my eyes, then down at my chest, then up at my eyes, then down at my chest, and I knew it was coming. Like I could see the neurotic wheels turning in your eyeballs, and then I was like, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna have self-control. He's gonna have self-control, and then sure enough, you did it.
Explain to the audience what the neurotic look in my eyeballs is.
It's so fucked up. And the reason, first of all, your eyes shift. Like, it's like a micro shifting side to side to side to side to side to side. And it looks like I'm staring at somebody who's going insane.
My mother and my sister
Your mom
also
and sister do
that.
it. And I think that's why the first time I experienced it, I thought it was really funny because they're not my family. So it was fun for me. But then I realized that you do it too. And now it really upsets me.
What do you feel when you see it?
I feel like I'm going to have to send you somewhere with white walls and a padded white wall room.
Are you scared that I'm going to lose my mind?
Sometimes.
Yeah? That I'll go insane?
Yeah.
Do you really? Do you get scared? Is that because of my family history?
A little bit.
Because my grandfather...
His grandfather
was in a mental institution.
And he would escape from the mental institution in his, what do they call them?
The gowns.
The gowns, right. That's the word I was looking for. He would escape in the gown and nothing else.
A backless gown.
Ass out.
Like what you're not meant to leave the bed.
Right.
Let alone the hospital.
He would take a taxi to Brett's family's house and talk about how he was opening a jewelry store.
I always loved when my grandfather escaped. I was never like, oh my God, this is scary or weird. I was like, oh my God, it's Grandpa and he got out and this is fun.
Right.
I found his insanity fun.
Yeah, no,
I never saw the dark side of it because he was always in a good mood and he was cheery with me. Sometimes he was really zoned out. I mean, one time later on it got disturbing because he very much went into his own world and was not that responsive.
Yeah.
And my mother would sometimes come back and give me reports of when she was there alone with him, some horrible things he would be doing.
Like what?
Just screw. They're chopping me up is a real... If anybody's ever saying they're chopping me up, whether it's happening or not happening, it's equal. Well, maybe not equally. It'd be worse if you were actually getting chopped up, but it's really, it's not good. It's not good either way.
Your mom once, she was doing one of her famous monologues that I love so much, and it went a little something like, you're going to have to help me fill in the blanks, but it was like, you know, we're inbred, Brett, and that's why all the men in the family are so crazy. They're insane. But it didn't happen. It skipped all the women. Just all the men are crazy. Something like that, right?
Yeah. My mother loves to tell me about how we're inbred.
That's nice.
I remember it was the first time we were at a party. And she looked at me and she goes, we're inbred, right?
Why? What was the thing? Did you?
Maybe in explaining that it's in our genetics maybe it makes her not feel as guilty because it happened before her.
Oh, so it's
not
like
her fault
she didn't
that me
fuck
and
you
my
guys
sister
up.
are crazy.
Right.
And it's not her fault. I don't blame, and I'm not like crazy.
Just very, very annoying.
I feel like you have called me annoying more in the last 2 months than you have in the last 6 years.
You've been more annoying in the last 2 months than you have in the last 6 years combined.
Why do you think I'm so annoying?
I don't know,
I mean,
but
we
like right
described
before
this
we
last- I'm not
started,
talking about in the way.
right before we started recording, you said, "Do you want to show some more titty?" That's what you said to me.
And that was not okay, and I'm sorry. I meant chest, just to like complete the look. It wasn't like to sexualize you or anything like that.
I'm going
No, I like how it looks beautiful.
garbage man chic today.
Yeah. It looks beautiful. It didn't require cleavage.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, and that was gross. That was piggish. I'm sure a lot of people listening to this right now think definitely like a fair amount of people think that you should leave me right now. You do realize that, right?
Okay. Well, I have very low self-esteem, so it's not going to happen.
Do you feel like you do still?
No, I don't. I feel I can go bag like 20 other dudes right now, so I think my self-esteem is pretty high.
I don't know if that's an act of high self-esteem, but yeah, I'm not the one to judge.
Anyway, no, I won't be
Are
showing
you
more
regretting
titty.
that we brought this up? Oh, sorry.
I won't be showing more titty, to answer your question.
Yeah.
Not today.
And then you opened it to the room. I didn't do that.
I'm always going to do that. So unless you don't want everybody to know, don't
What
say
a piece of shit I am.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry.
My mom wanted to give us like some marital advice yesterday, and she said,
We signed our Ketubah.
We signed our
yesterday, by the
Ketubah.
way. We're legally and had the witnesses sign the marriage license.
Yes, so
the marriage
we're
license is
American
on
married.
We're American married. We're half Jewish married.
Yeah, we did half of the Jewish ceremony. The rabbi on his way out, who's really cool, I said, Rabbi, are we married? He's like, by Jewish law, half, so you can only half consummate tonight.
Right.
So
But
we did
didn't
anal.
listen to that.
We did anal.
Yeah.
That was it.
We did anal, a.k.a. half
Jewish
consummate.
virgin, that's what you call it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Any virgin. Like, that's also a Christian thing.
Okay, well, I'm Jewish, so I can't
Right.
speak to... I can only speak
No,
to the
but I
Jewish
feel like
version
that's
of it
maybe a
all.
way in which all faiths could come together in understanding, and that like they all use anal as a way around virginity.
What's the thing that I learned about yesterday that Mormons do?
What is it?
Soaking.
Soaking.
Okay, so soaking is, my brother taught me this. Soaking is like when you're not allowed to have premarital sex if you're Mormon, in case you guys didn't know that. So you penetrate your partner and you're not allowed to thrust. So one of your friends will shake the bed for you so that you're not actually actively having sex. You are somebody else is helping you out.
So that like kind
that's
of
the
probably
loophole. It's a
means,
loophole.
like, yeah. But are you like is the couple like being like shake it a little more, like do more of a sway?
I don't know.
Like are they directing the shake?
I don't know if that's allowed. I got to ask the soakers.
Yeah, can you direct the
Please, if you're a soaker, write in. Let me
if
know.
you're soaking, can you direct the shakers?
Yeah.
The bed shakers.
And are you
That's
allowed
a big
to?
thing, Mormons.
Are you allowed to climax? Is that okay if you're soaking?
I think so. I think
Okay,
that's the
you can
thing.
do
It's
it to
like
climax.
it's the equivalent to a premature ejaculation. But wait, isn't just the insertion though?
We have questions. Obviously, there are holes to this
Penetration
logic.
would be an end to that rule. Like, how do you can't like? There's no like casual way to penetrate.
Teenagers will be
penetrated.
teenagers, Brett, and they'll find a way. So yeah, we want to learn more. So if you're a teenager soaking, please let me know.
To me, if I was inside of someone, and like somebody was just shaking the bed, I feel like I get a lot of anxiety that way. I'd have to not masturbate like for a month in order to be able to get off that way, I think, and not like lose my heart on as a result of anxiety.
I'm we got to know. Anyway, so we don't believe in premarital sex. So let us know.
What would be the experience for you? How do you think soaking would?
God wants me to fuck. If there is a God, God wants me to fuck, and He's wanted me to fuck for a long time. So
Amen. God's a man?
Of course,
said
come
he.
on. Of course, God's a man. What? Just kidding.
That is kind of wild when you get into these advocate spaces.
I
The
know.
Jewish advocate space, and then everybody's
like,
always saying
he-
God is a man,
I know,
like kind of
come on.
aggressively. Not everyone, but like, and I'm just like,
Who cares?
that's
Is there
kinda
even a
dumb.
God? God's not
It
doing a
makes
really
me
good
want to
job.
leave the party. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah. If we're thinking that God has the same perspective as human beings do, and the same, like, adds the same value to life and death and suffering as human beings do, then God's probably a man, because God's like really.
I don't really care to talk about God.
Why?
Oh, it's such a stressful conversation.
Why?
No, I don't know. Everyone's going to be mad.
I mean, I think it is too. I think it is too.
You
but-
got to leave God out of it, I think. Everyone's going to be mad at us.
Whether you believe in God or not, God has a tremendous amount of power in everyone's life,
That's true.
unless they've never thought of
My
the
grandfather
concept.
was a Holocaust survivor. And
Yes.
so after he lost most of his family in concentration camps and he was, endured horrible abuse in the camps, I just couldn't, I knew that he didn't believe in God after that. My grandmother did. My grandmother was also in concentration camps. And I think that she experienced horrors as well. But I think that he watched his father get killed by Nazis. He watched his sister he watched horrible things happen. So he didn't believe in anything after that. But I asked him once, I remember asking him when he was eating pork ribs. He had a restaurant, he ordered pork ribs, and I said, "Saba, we're not supposed to eat pork." And he goes, "I don't care." Something to the effect of, "There's no God, I don't care." And then later in life, before he passed away, after my grandmother died, he started putting on the tefillin every day and doing prayers. And I remember coming to Israel to visit him. And I was
What is tefillin? For
Tefillin
people who don't know.
You guys see those Jews wrapping their arm with that string. I don't know too much about it. Do you know about tefillin? I'm sure it's like some way to really
there's
connect to God.
prayers,
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's prayers on the ribbons,
Yeah.
right?
Look, I think it's beautiful. I
We
think
should know
ritual.
that.
I think ritual is really beautiful, and I think that's part of why I love Judaism so much, is because of the ritual of it all. I just like rituals. But anyway, so he was doing that, and I asked him why he was doing that. I was like, "Saba, you don't believe in God. What are you doing?" And his response was, "Just in case," which is so incredibly
Amazing.
Jewish and funny.
Yeah. Just in case.
Just in case. And then I asked my mom, every time I talked to her about it, she goes, "He believed in God. He believed, he was angry at God, but he believed in God." So I don't know. I can't get a clear answer.
Do you believe in God?
I don't know. I can't give you a clear answer. I think that there's something very mystical about the world, and there's something that you can't explain. Or maybe you can. I don't know. I don't know what I believe.
Yeah. I definitely
Some days I believe in
something.
something, and some days I just think that there's nothing.
Yeah.
Is that depressing?
You're like really into this, like I'm a depressive lately.
I'm not. I'm very optimistic.
You go, should I kill myself? You like do that
Should
laugh
I?
and stuff like that. Why do you keep, what do you mean should you? What's stressing you out?
Mostly you.
Does it scare you that like we're legally married now?
I think maybe, yeah. I think that getting married is everyone says it's just so fun and beautiful. It's really fucking stressful because it means you're old.
What the fuck, dude? First of all, I mean, like during like the first few years of our marriage, of our relationship, you'd be like, "When are you gonna ask me?"
But that's just because I was very insecure about my standing in your life. I just wanted assurance.
Fuck. Maybe I need to like make you more insecure about your standing in my life again.
That's never going to happen. You
I
have
could
such an
get
anxious
real
attachment
aloof.
style.
I could get
please,
real aloof.
Please.
I could.
Okay, well, show me.
I'll start masturbating every day
Great.
during the day.
Sounds fun.
Okay, so I'll like masturbate like 2 or 3 times during the day. Like
Is that all you do
lose
all
my
day?
drive. Lose my drive.
Okay.
Is that all I do now?
No, I'm saying, is that all you're going to do in this
Well,
hypothetical
it'll make me
masturbation?
like less wanting sex, you know?
No, it won't.
You don't think so? That if
No.
I masturbated 2 or 3 times a day, I wouldn't
don't.
lose my need for
100% don't.
sex with you?
Nope.
I think it would make you feel not good if you found out I was like jacking off.
I would just be like, what are
2
you
or
doing
3
all
times
day?
a day.
I'd be concerned that you're not working.
No, but I get a lot of work done. Okay, I'm
While
being
you're
really productive.
masturbating?
I'm the most productive I've ever been.
Because of the masturbation?
No, I
Oh.
just am because
Okay.
that's what I'm choosing to do to prove this point wrong.
Okay.
Actually, that's why.
How
When
long are
extra
the
work in-
masturbation sessions in this hypothetical situation?
No, they're like
Quick.
they vary. In
2 minutes
length.
each. You go to take a piss and then you shake it a little too long.
Wow, you really think I'm like that? No, it takes more than.
You got to point your toes.
I mean, I definitely
You have
could
to
like
point your
have like a
toes.
half plump during a piss, and then be like, "Oh, I'm gonna gotta jack off," but I wouldn't like. Come. Do you feel? Is it like a major problem that I've become more like obviously in this?
Is it a problem that you're obviously in this?
Yeah.
No, you're just like a bit annoying right now. And maybe it's because we have a lot on our plate. And by we, I mean me.
Yeah, I don't have a lot on my plate.
What's on your plate?
What do you mean? Everything that's on your plate is on my plate.
How are you contributing is what I'm asking.
Contributing to...
Here's a great example. Yesterday, when everybody was like cleaning up after the Ketubah signing, my friends were like helping push it away. You were sitting down at the table chatting and maybe sipping some champagne still while everybody was working, including my 66-year-old father or 67-year-old father. And my 63-year-old mother were like standing and lifting.
Were they all mad at me
No,
for doing that?
but I was just like, what's wrong with this?
You were mad at me for doing that?
I was just a bit shocked that you weren't
Well,
even
I,
like, maybe I
just-
should get up and help my 67-year-old
I did
father-in-law.
help. They were cleaning before everybody even left.
There was only one person. It was my friend, one friend
No,
left.
there were 3 friends there, and they were already cleaning.
I'm not talking about that.
What's wrong with a little afterglow? A little like, okay, we don't need to like jump into like the scrubbing of the pots and pans right away and like dousing the counter full of lice. Okay, of its lice.
Lice?
I'm just kidding. I'm over exaggerating the filth that was not present, actually.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say Lysol, but lice came out. Okay.
Maybe I meant with Lysol.
Okay.
Anyway, I just was like, we're like just finished this. Can we have an afterglow and not like make it status quo that we got to scrub the kitchen?
Okay. Well.
Especially when the housekeeper is coming today.
Okay. Wait a second. If this wasn't your default setting, I wouldn't have said anything. But even now, when we just made bagels and ate, everybody, our really cool producers, got up and picked up all the plates and put away all the food, and you were just like, everyone's gonna do this for me.
I picked up plates.
No, you didn't.
I should have told not to touch their plates.
They were
was
working
not
hard.
okay.
Everyone was
I
helping.
know. I mean,
everyone was
it
making the
amazing.
breakfast,
Look,
and you sat down with your coffee and we're talking about who knows what
I'm not a great
person.
I just am like, today is a different thing. I should have like been like, no, you guys don't touch the plates. You're our guests. Like, what are you doing washing a plate? Don't do that.
Look, your mom, I didn't realize that this was a thing until your mom pulled me aside. She came for a visit a few weeks ago. And I fought with you about this very thing. And you went upstairs. You were like, you went upstairs or you went and did something. And she comes up to me. She goes, Harry, it's my fault. It's my fault. I did everything for him and I didn't make him do anything when he was a boy. And I'm so sorry. And she started hugging me and crying. And she basically confessed that she ruined you. And you have a poor education. And I agree with her. And it is her fault. She didn't beat you enough, I think.
You're being like very performative right now.
I'm not. This is how I feel.
This is how you feel.
Yeah.
Why are you like so like drawn back right now when you're talking about this? Why are you doing that?
What do you mean drawn back?
First of all, I helped the most out of me and my sister.
Well, that doesn't, I mean, come on, you're going to compare yourself to your sister?
I did dishes.
I've literally
did
never
things.
seen you do a dish unless I've asked you 30 times.
That's not true. I've done the dishes. I'm terrible at doing dishes.
But that's
I am not great at doing dishes.
Laundry,
and I am a little bit of a slob.
And the one thing that you are meant to do is laundry.
But you're also like a do it yesterday.
Yeah, but
person.
you're a do it in 4 months.
You give no like lax at all.
You're a do it in 4 months. Like when the walls turn black from mold, that's when you're going to deal with it. So
this is the thing. This is the problem that I have with general thinking and general talking about things. Because
you need to do more stuff.
I need to help out with more stuff. But like, what do you mean what's on my plate? First, okay, yesterday I was just like, I came in the house and they were scrubbing away. And I'm like, okay, I hope they don't think it's rude, but I just got married today, or, did a major step in my marriage. And I want to chill for a minute and not start cleaning.
Okay.
And like actually feel. I feel like maybe it's like an escape of like feeling things.
Yeah, you're right about that. We don't
like you're cleaning to not and be active so you don't have to like sit with feelings and thoughts. I mean, do you really think you're like, you keep saying this thing that like you're old because you're getting married? Well, people get married when they're 18. People get married when they're 14.
Yeah, if they're
also like you saying you're old means that I'm ancient.
Yeah, no, I'm not old. I'm not old like I'm old, but married is like you're not a kid anymore, and in my mind, I'm still 15. 15-year-olds don't get married unless you're religious and from the South.
Well, then why are we getting married if it's making you feel so bad?
It's not, this is not like an overall, note. It's just an observation that it's like, it's a challenge because it's a new thing that I'm doing. I've not been married before. It's a new thing that I'm doing. So with the excitement, there's also a lot of, other feelings that come with it.
Sure.
Like when I got my driver's license, I was really excited to have the freedom of a driver's license. I was also scared that I was going to die. So everything has every season, Brett.
It's just you like started major fights with me in the past about why we weren't married yet or why I hadn't asked you yet.
No, I started major fights with you about why you weren't divorced yet.
No.
Yes.
I mean, yes, but you also started major fights with me over why we weren't married yet. And like, I want to have a kid and all of this stuff.
That's not true. I never started. No.
And then I was like, we will as soon as like we both feel that we're really ready to do that.
Okay, well, first of all, I never fought with you about why we weren't married yet. I fought with you about why we were together for 3 years and still married to your ex-wife. That's what I fought with you about. And I was I was checking the temperature to see if you were actually, I didn't really want to have kids with you back then. I was just being, manipulative.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't very healthy back then. I'll take accountability.
I mean, I wasn't either.
No, we know you were married to your ex-wife for 3 years of our relationship.
Yeah, but you keep saying married, but I wasn't like,
you were legally married.
We were legally married.
Yeah.
Yes. It might have been a block. I don't know. I can examine it, but it's no longer something that exists. I'm not married anymore.
Why do you think it took you so long?
Could you hold that question real quick? I got to swap the battery.
Yeah. How is this? Are we fighting right now?
I'm not upset. Are you?
No.
Thanks for listening to Neurotica.
Yeah, this is Neurotica that you just listened to or watched. And don't forget to like it, subscribe to it wherever you subscribe, which makes sense that it would probably be this platform that you're currently listening to or watching, because you naturally came here to
Here you are.
ingest the show. Yeah.
And here you should stay. So subscribe today.